Okay, so over here, I have 1.5 pounds of ground sirloin, 85% to 90%. Go super lean, because then I add 1/2 pound of chorizo. Now, this is beef chorizo, and I'm using ground beef, right? So we have already spiced beef chorizo cooking over here, and we have crumbled, super lean sirloin cooking over here. If you want to make this meat-free, this is the beef chorizo that I used, a raw product. You don't want hard, you don't want it to be like a sausage, like a Spanish, slice it up for snacks with manchego cheese. You want fresh chorizo from the meat department, right? You can also make this completely vegetarian by using a plant-based beef substitute, like my husband loves Impossible, that's what we use. But, there's a million varieties of it. And you can use Chorizo, which is a soy-based chorizo, and get the same thing going on. So we brown up the meat first, and then I push it off to the side. And all I put in the ground beef is a little salt and pepper. Spray or drizzle the pan with a little olive oil or vegetable oil, doesn't really matter. Once the meat gets browned and crumbled, I add the chorizo and let that brown and crumble. And then I combine the two and add in a large onion, a sweet pepper, and 1 or 2 chilies, depending on how hot you want it. So sweet peppers, chili peppers, and a big old onion. As we add things, you season up the next layer of flavor. The salt will draw the liquids out of the, in this case, fruits and vegetables, the peppers and the onion. And we're going to grate in some garlic. Oh, it smells so good once you get the onions and garlic going. Now we're going to make the Joe sauce. So 1 cup of tomato sauce. And then we're going to do about 2 tablespoons each. Apple cider vinegar, 1, 2. About 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. 2 fat splashes of Worcestershire. My favorite ingredient, I could drink it straight out of the bottle. 2 tablespoons of red hot or hot sauce of your choice. And 2 tablespoons of light brown sugar. Mix that all together. And then we're going to thin it out a little so it can keep the meat and the peppers and onions working for a while. Just about 1/2 cup or so of beef broth or beef stock. Okay, so we add in our Joe sauce. Why do I mix it together in a bowl? Because I want all the ingredients to land in an even space around all the meat and chorizo. I don't want a big blob over here of sugar, big blob over there, this or that. It's thickening up beautifully. Look at that. You want to keep it a little bit saucy, and you just put this right in the middle of the counter and give people a setup to make their own Joes. Just put it in the middle of the table and let people have at it, We'll make your own first in the kitchen, so you're sure to get one. Then put it out and let people have at it. Now, these are my bread and butter pickles. The recipe you can download from the website. You don't have to do this, of course. You can just buy bread and butter pickles in the store. But bread and butter pickles is what I like on a sloppy Joe. Mound it up. And I always serve sloppy Joes with like a glass or a container or a little basket, bunch of forks next to it, because the whole point is that it slops out. You're going to need a fork to scoop up the extra, right? And I like a little chopped raw white onion on the top of mine. And that is how I roll with my Joes.